Welcome to another episode of the A-Team at New Beginnings Farmstead. We have Julie, Ryan, myself, Jeff, and Egidio. Yep, I made you last this time, Egidio.
You always do.
I hope everyone had a wonderful New Year. We had a little bit of a debacle here on New Year's Day.
We did?
We did.
We did.
Okay, we did.
And it was the fast, so our well pump broke on New Year's Day.
That's right. Yeah.
And the
Normal course of
A-Team plus Patrick to the rescue.
I was
Tell
not
us
here.
what happened. Julie was away, right? Were you away?
I was not here.
Okay. She was not here. So, Egidio, why don't you tell us what happened? I have lots of pictures and videos that I'm going to put in here.
A lot of editing on that conversation.
I think you should tell us what you thought happened
Yes, please.
from
Let's
your
see it from your
perspective.
perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Without all the mechanical stuff, you tell us what you think happened.
So, Egidio was playing with the water system.
there we go. It was going to be playing. I was
Several
playing.
days.
I'm sorry, what? That was 100% a setup.
There's
right
that
there.
bus you just got run right over.
Yeah, that was a setup. You
Playing?
asked her to. What did
She
you
could have
expect her to
said,
say?
my husband was diligently working on upgrading
Okay,
the
is
water
is that what you want to say about me? Because I was painting the stairway when you came upstairs, and everything has to stop because the water's not working.
That was
Wow.
a setup.
It does kind of have to stop if the water's
Yeah.
not working.
Well,
Yeah.
Can't wash the
so
brushes.
anyway, it started because he
Was
was.
playing.
You were putting in a new water softener or water filter pump. I don't know. You were doing something in the basement for 3 days.
Upgrading the quality of your water
3
that
days.
you drink and shower in.
Removing unnecessary
I told
sediment.
you, 3 days. You need 3 days to do any project.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm kind of ignoring him on day 3 because it's been going on for quite a while. So I was painting the stairway, and he came upstairs and said, oh my God, the well pump isn't working. The well pump broke.
No.
And
No.
Did you put your hands up
No.
in the air?
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
said-
Excuse me. You're asking me from my point of view,
okay.
right, Julie?
Well, this is going to be a he said, she said.
Okay.
But you set it up
I
to be
don't-
that way.
But I don't interrupt you when you talk. So
Counselor?
mum's the word. Mum's the word here. Okay. So you came up and said that you sent out a text to see if anybody's available, and Ryan was immediately, I can come right now. And Jeff
Aw.
and Patrick said, I can be there. What was it, like 45 minutes? So we left and we went to Lowe's to get the new pump. Jeff had looked it up online and texted Egidio and said, they have it available at Lowe's. So we got in the truck and we went to Lowe's and we got it. And then we came back, and this is not my first rodeo with this one either, because I helped you change out the well pump at your house in Olive, and we did it for Chris and Christina on Father's Day a couple years ago.
Oh, it's a holiday thing.
It is.
It's like
it is a new well pump for the holidays. So
You want to rock, paper,
I-
scissors for who's the next one?
I thought
We
it
did
was.
ours 2 years, 2 years before this, so we're good.
I think it was pretty impressive because they had taken up the well pump, replaced it, and put it back. The entire process was 1 hour and 5 minutes.
And then
Which is
included
crazy.
Sounding the well,
Yeah.
checking everything, retaping everything.
Because when we did Chris and Christina's, it was like a day-long event. All right, I know you're just dying to talk, but I did hold the umbrella over you when you were connecting the electrical wires, you and Patrick, because of course, the only time it started to rain was when we were out there working on this. And I thought you guys were amazing. There's my perspective, which is what you asked for.
Which is what you asked for.
So go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was downstairs working in the basement,
so there I was.
I'm sorry, because painting is not working.
Yeah, it was my own business.
the Aqua Buona, the good water system for the house, trying to upgrade the sediment filter we have because we have quite a bit of sediment in the water, and install a softener. I set up a new location to move the tank and the softener into a different part of the basement, catty corner to it. So as I was going to disconnect the pump, I recognize that there's a vibration from the pipe, the well pipe. Coming
Oh, is that
in the
when you were
house.
yelling up, "Are you running water?"
And I said, "Excuse me, honey.
So,
My love.
Excuse me, honey bear.
yeah.
Would you be happy to run in the water? And if you are, it's okay. I just would like to know."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
It's something like that. This is. Are you interrupting me?
I'm sorry.
Okay. So she said, "No, I'm not running in the water."
God, was that loud?
And I said, "It's okay. I understand you're under a lot of stress. I can't even do this." I said, "You run in the water." And she said, "No, I'm not running the water." I said, "Well, yeah, somebody's running the water." She goes, "Nobody running the water."
It's
she
only
went
you and I
upstairs
home.
Checked the toilets. Everything's good. Nothing's running. So immediately went, okay, maybe the pressure switch is stuck. So I grabbed a screwdriver, hit the pressure switch, disconnected the power, it stopped running. I said, okay, maybe it's the pressure switch, right? It's possible. Pump's been there for a long time. The whole assembly's been there. So I switch everything over. I move it over. I got a new tank, a new pressure switch. I got everything ready to go. I flip the switch. Pump starts to pump it up. And the pressure switch I have is a 40 to 60 pound pressure switch. And it hits 50, and it's just going 50. It's not gotten above 50. Right away, I realize, oh, I know what that means. So it means that the pump assembly, the motor might be good, but the pump assembly itself, there's two parts of a well pump, submersible pump. There's the motor, and then the pumping assembly. And said, oh, okay. So that's when I immediately sent out a text. I think I was on the phone with you when you were trying to call. I called you back, filled you in. He said, I can be there in 20 minutes. You said, I can be there in 20 minutes. So we don't have a pump, don't know if one's available. Let me see what's going on first. And then you texted and said, Lowe's has got a half, a 3/4, and a 1. All in stock. They got the pieces. They got you want us to go get it? What's the deal? I said, no, we'll run and grab it. And we had to take care of something quick. And so we go to Lowe's. By the time we get back, everyone's here. We got the T-handle. We popped the cap of the well. Everybody had a job. By the time I even got my tools out, they had already had the pump pulled out of the ground. We figured the pump was about 100 feet. Turned out to be at 100 feet. The well was deeper. The well was like 120.
Yeah, the pump was set at 106, 107. The well sounded out at 119.
Okay. So we put the new pump on. It was a quick, easy thing in the rain. Elisa was good about holding the camera and the umbrella at the same time.
I
Yeah.
was. You're welcome.
Kept us
Yeah.
dry. Well, you were burning my fingers with the
Torch.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah, trying to melt the connectors on the pump.
Yep.
Put it back down. Whoever put the well pump in before did a great job.
Yeah.
We just had to clean up some wires, and we added a rope, although really unnecessary at that distance. But we added a well line rope pull for pulling it up. Dropped it down. Put a couple of spacers on the way. Put it back in. Turned it on.
Yep.
And,
Pitless was good. So.
An hour and 5 minutes.
But again,
That's impressive.
A 100-foot well is not hard.
And it was already the HDPE pipe. It
Right,
wasn't,
right.
We weren't dealing with
Right.
galvanized. Or
Remember Christina's, we had the mini.
you pull it up, clamp it, cut it off.
Yeah.
Pull it up, clamp it, cut it off.
Yeah,
You
Christina's
didn't have
was
to deal with that.
250 feet in the ground, and when Chris and I were trying to pull it up, we had to use the mini excavator because of the weight of the water and the pump and the weight of the pipe, and
Right.
and each section were 20-foot sections of pipe, so we couldn't go that far up. So we had to go up, cut a piece, hold it, clamp it, but putting it down, 250 feet, we're going around the house, right? So, but put it down there, connected the pitless, flipped the switch, and away we went. Now the problem was that the new sediment filter system apparently was, because it was so much
Turbidity.
turbidity in the line. Thank you. See, that's not a word she used when she described what happened.
No, she's going to have to bleep that word out.
Turbidity.
The turbidity.
Oh, the word I use. Yes.
it admittedly immediately clogged up the filter.
Yes, and we expected that.
Yeah, we figured it
because you didn't let the well settle when we turned it back. Typically, you let it settle for a couple hours before you turn it back on. But before we left, we wanted to make sure it all worked.
Yep. So all we did was change out the filter twice, and now we have water, good water, great water.
Great water.
Great water.
Great water, but
Aqua water.
even better team. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you. We can't thank you guys enough.
Just like
Yeah.
that.
It is that easy.
But who's next? That's the problem.
Yeah, who's next?
Yeah, well, clearly it's
that's-
going to be me
and
because
it's
I'm the
funny
oldest
because-
well pump here. So
It's funny because when
So will it be
when Ryan-
Valentine's Day? Will it be Easter? Maybe
right.
Easter
no,
will have a
my
house full
luck,
of
it'll be
people.
in the middle of a snowstorm. It'll be
We've
8
done that.
degrees outside because that's
Yeah.
when well pumps usually
Yeah,
go bad.
yeah, that's what happened in Olive.
A ton of snow, and it's usually really, really cold. That's
And
when
on
they go
that one,
bad.
because
Yeah.
it's over 400, I rented a machine with the 3-wheel machine.
Oh, a
that pulled
threader,
it up.
yeah.
That pulled it up. But it's funny when you called, the first question you asked was whose house and when.
Yep.
And then when I talked to you, you said same thing. Where and when? What are we doing? And almost like you were ready to go, boots on, ready to go. So.
I was boots on, ready to go. I was literally ready
Well, I had
to
to
go.
slow you down. I'm like, yeah, listen, we're going to run, grab the pump. He goes, I can be there in 20 minutes. I'm like, well, we won't be home in 20 minutes. We're going to get the pump. He's like, all right, you want to get the tools ready? Like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, no, just everybody slow down and see where you're going.
But again, amazing. Thank you guys. Yep.
And for those questioning how long the original pump was in the ground, 1992.
Yeah.
How many people do you think are questioning that?
Right now, probably half of our viewers. I wish.
Both of them are questioning it.
I wish.
Ryan's mother.
Both of them
And I'll
want to
tell you
know.
what, if you're watching this and you're the first and second one to put 1992 in the comment section, we'll send you a bottle of syrup.
Ooh, yay. Whoever does that. We'll say that again. If you put 1992, the first person,
The first and second person.
first and second person
put
put
in the
1992 in the comment
1992
is
in
going
the
to get a bottle
comments.
of syrup.
That's fair, right? This way we know they listen at least to this section. You
Okay.
can stop listening. There's probably nothing interesting after this one. Yeah, so 1992, good run.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not
30
bad
years.
at all.
And the pump looked good when it came
Nothing
up.
like Christina and Chris's.
No.
When we pulled their pump, it was a galvanized well in the ground. You had to find it for us,
Yeah.
right? You had that special machine that whatever it does, and
Yep.
or no, you did the dowsing.
No.
Yeah, you're
I
a
did-
dowser?
You're a dowser.
Well, I didn't have my Peachtree stick with me, so
Yeah.
I had to use the
Well,
modern technology.
You did something with your hands.
I did, but do you have capability to blur on camera? Because it was raining that day.
It's always raining. Every
was
time you
raining
got to
that day.
change a well pump,
So
it's
then,
raining.
At a holiday.
It was Father's Day for
Yep.
Chris and Christina, and we got done with a little celebration, family get together, and then I said, "That's enough of that." Everybody went home. I said, "Let's go." And so we dug it up and found it. It was a big drywall pit, and managed to get it all up. Found the casing. That one was interesting because unlike this one, that most wells now the casing comes above the
They
ground.
have to be, yeah.
It's required.
Required to be
Pitless
above ground.
adapter. That one was actually in the ground and just came out and turned 90 degrees. So we had to get the piece of well casing, weld it. We had to bring the welder out there, weld it, cut the hole for the pitless, make sure it's all sealed up, and then we put it back in the ground. And
And
that one,
what year was theirs from? Because that was like the original well. wasn't it?
1967.
The year I was born. Great year. So the
1967.
first person to put 1967 in the comment gets a free bottle of syrup.
What if it's the same person?
Yeah. What if
get
they
two
keep
bottles.
listening?
They
I hope they
two
like
bottles.
pancakes.
Yeah.
You can give it to a friend. How's that?
Right.
Share.
Give it to as a gift. Holidays coming up. Their well might break.
There you go. Legit
true.
pancakes
Mm-hmm.
and syrup.
Yep. Yeah. So there's another one just waiting to get. I think there's already.
Is that the sound
I hear-
of a well
I hear
pump breaking?
I hear a pump
Oh, no.
whining already somewhere. Yeah.
It's a holiday
right.
summer.
Yes. Well, thank you again, and we hope to get some comments in the comment section. And please like and subscribe and tell your friends. They might get a bottle of syrup.
See you soon.